Hey guys, Scrublord here, and welcome to another episode of Scrub Souls. In this episode, we're going to be taking the SL1 character through the Catacombs and attacking Lord Wolnir, Lord High Wolnir, something like that. We are using an SL1 character. I'm going to start showing my inventory and stuff. In previous episodes, I haven't been doing it so much because, I guess if someone doubts that I can kill Vort with a level 1 character, I'm not really too concerned with that. But at any rate, we're going to go ahead and go through this. This is a fairly small area and hopefully should be a fairly short video. There are a couple items here, though, that you really want to get. The Karthus Blood Ring and the Grave Warden's Ashes in particular. There's other things, a lot of Titanite shards and stuff, but those are big ones, and I'll show you where to find them. One thing you want to know about this level, whether you're going through it at SL1 or a regular level, is that some of the skeletons are going to die when you kill them, and some of them are going to revive once. And the only way to tell is to just pay attention to sounds, or maybe look at your souls. If you got souls, the skeleton is dead. If you did not get souls, it's going to revive. When you get down to the room with the first of the kukri tossing skeletons, which are really difficult, you'll find a secret door here. It's important to go through here because this is going to give you a pyromancy tome that gives you what's probably the most useful pyromancy to an SL1 in the game. Here you can see this guy. I did not get souls, so I went ahead and waited for him to get back up. And that's going to be our tome there. And that's going to give us the Karthus Flame Arc. The best advice I can give you for some of the upgraded skeletons on this level is to go ahead and get lucky. Because, as much as From spent time designing bosses so that you could beat them at level 1 and everything, they apparently didn't put that effort into regular enemies. Because it's really very random. If you're trying to do this with an SL1, they're just going to randomly kill you. There's nothing you can do about it. They're too fast to block, they're too fast to roll away from. You can't block them. They're just a nightmare. These skeletal balls that are going up and down ramps are controlled by these odd-looking skeletons in hats. And they're kind of hidden. There's 2 of them. But if you know where they're at, you go ahead and hit them. And in this particular case, it would cause the ball to drop and give you an undead bone shard, so definitely take advantage of that. It's really easy to get mobbed on this level, so if you're attempting this at an SL1, my best advice to you is to try to draw things out 1 at a time, maybe 2 at a time. Don't get yourself mobbed because it's going to get you dead. When you're crashing around in these barrels, watch out for the ones that have the flat tops on them. Those are the ones that release the magic. So if you just go ahead and get here, you got the Karthus Milk Ring. I don't particularly like this ring. It's the one that makes you disappear when you roll, which sounds really cool, but it also causes you to lose your lock on, which I don't like. The Karthus, the next one that we find, I like much better. As you start getting closer to the first bonfire of the area, you're really going to find yourself in a difficult situation. You've got several different skeletons. Some of them shoot magic at you. Some of them are just the wicked sword-swinging ones, and they're all standing between you and safety. So just take it slow, take them out 1 at a time. And eventually you'll find your bonfire. Heading down the stairs and avoiding the skeletal ball, whatever you want to call it, you'll find a long corridor with a lot of pinwheel skeletons and slimes. You really want to go down here because there's a very important item for you. And that would be the Karthus Blood Ring. Now this one is going to decrease your defense somewhat, which doesn't really matter at SL1 because you don't have much defense to begin with. but it's going to give you extra iframes. So it's a really important ring. You're going to find that very useful against really difficult bosses as we move forward. Close to where the ball keeps hitting the wall, you're going to want to run up here and just make a mad dash of this. I died several times trying to get this, but this item is really critical. And that's the Grave Warden's Ashes, and that's going to allow you to buy the Carthus Rouge that allows you to put bleed damage on weapons. So for an SL1, that's really important going forward. So we're ready for the boss already. Don't worry about Henri and Horace's questline so much. You're worried about Syrah's questline in order to get that Dragon Slayer axe at SL1. But their questlines intertwine, but they're not dependent on one another. So that's fine that we didn't go talk to them. This boss is a little bit harder at SL1, and it's a very random boss. Like, you know, what it does really kind of dictates how the fight ends up. You know, it might summon, it might shoot out the blue poison gas. You know, depending on what it decides to do in any given run is how it's going to go. This is my second try, but that's pretty respectable. I got lucky, I would say. It could have taken much more. I keep hitting that hand. I'll get out of that blue gas. There we go. Come on. No? Oh, that's just irritating. There's a lot of RNG in this fight. Just keep working on it. There she goes. Okay, so that's the Catacombs and Lord Wolnir. Not a terribly difficult area. A lot of RNG. Not sure why that guy was chasing me at the end. But perfectly doable even at SL1.